recommendations. Let me show you how this works first and foremost. When you get a recommendation, it shows up on your profile down here in this recommendation section. Okay, so this is where customers can come in here and can click this recommend me, and when they do that, they'll get an option to say what you help them do, and then they'll get to recommend you, and they click done. So it's all something done by your consumer. Okay, that's not something you can do for them. With Market Leader, we actually let you, there's a lot of trust involved, and we are trusting you're not abusing the system, but you can actually manually put in a recommendation that you got from a client of yours. But on Trulia, it actually needs to come from them, or an email you sent to them, or if you write it for them, they need to verify it on their own personal email. So it needs to come from them. So this is the process for how you go about getting recommendations and then eventually adding them to your Market Leader website. Okay, what I'm going to do is, again, pull up my, excuse me just a minute, I'm going to pull up my, my account, my Trulia account here. And what I'm going to do is I just went to I logged into my account, and over here on the left-hand side, there's a link that says Get Recommendations. So I'm on the Get Recommendations section. I can do a couple things here. I can either add in the email addresses. If I just have a handful of a number of friends and family and people I've worked with, then it's probably easier for you just to manually enter in the email addresses here. Okay? But if you would like to email all of your Market Leader contacts that you've ever worked with, let's say you have 100+ past clients that you'd like to ask for a recommendation. Well, in that case, what I would do and what I'd recommend is composing an email in your Market Leader system and sending them a link to your Trulia profile. Okay? So to do that, the easiest way to get the link to your Trulia profile is, one, you can either email yourself. I added myself as a contact. I just typed in my email address, and then I clicked the send button. Okay? When I click send, this is what pulls up, is this email. So this is as if I was going to a contact, and then I click this button, and then I can go to my page, and I can actually copy over the URL that it sends me to. Or what I can do, and what's really easy, if I just log out of my account, my Trulia account, I should say, if I go to Trulia.com, if I just find my Trulia profile not being signed in, let me go to Find an Agent, and I'll search for my last name because it's pretty unique. Click Search. This is a great way to just find my own profile. So I'll click my name, and this is the link that I will drive people to recommend myself or for them to recommend me. Okay? So I'm going to grab this URL here, and I'm going to copy it. So then what I'm going to do in order to email out my contacts, I'm going to go to the Email and Reminders tab. I'm going to click Compose Email, and I'm going to enter in the contacts I want to have added. So for this case, I'm going to actually choose a group, and I'm going to choose all of my past clients. Okay? So I'm going to choose all of my past clients, and I'm going to pretend I have a group filled out with people. Here, let me see if I have people in this one. There we go. And I'm going to add all of them to my email, and I'm going to click Save and Continue. So now I have all my past clients in here. And then I'm going to use the subject line, Can you recommend me? And then I'm going to, what I think is really easy is if I just use the same type of language that came through on the email that Trulia actually sends out. So I think that's a pretty easy one to use. I'm going to copy and paste the email that Trulia provided. I like the wording in it. And so then I'm going to either include a link right here, or I'm going to say, click here. I'll show you how to do a quick link here to recommend me. If I highlight it, then I can grab this link here that I had copied earlier, and I'll copy it. And then I'll insert the link on this text. So this is another way that you can just create, you can either put the link in here like I did, or to make it more obvious like I want to do, highlight the text I want to make a link, click this Insert Edit Link, and paste. There we go. And then I'll click OK, and now that's a quick link. So I think that looks even better than how it did before. If I want to make it bold, I'll just highlight it and make it bold. Now I think it looks pretty good. So now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and click Send Now, and now that email asking people to recommend me has been sent out. So once I've done that, and I'm not going to click send because I don't actually want to send this email, but once I've done that, then I will be able to have all those recommendations on my account. Now then what I can do is I can go to my Trulia page, and any recommendations I've gotten from there, I can copy, and then I can go to my market leader website, and all I need to do, here let me just go to I'll quickly show you how to navigate to your website. I'm just going to go to my quick link to view my website. In the About tab, this is where we can add recommendations. So I'm just going to click this button, and I'm going to put in the recommendation from whomever put it in there. And I'm going to put in their name. This is from Indira, or Shira. All right, and she was a client of mine, and I'm going to click Recommend. And it's just a copy and paste process. So it's really, really easy to do. So that way you can not only get recommendations on your Trulia profile, but you can copy those and put them on your market leader profile so anybody that comes to visit this website as well can also see your testimonials and your recommendations. Now the last piece on creating recommendations that I'll show you on Trulia is this last piece that I did learn how to do as well. And that's if you had, for the question that came in, if you have an existing recommendation that you want to add from another site, this is how you would add that on Trulia. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into my account to get recommendations. There's this other little tab here that says Add. All right, this is where I would go ahead and write in the recommendation that somebody else had written for me on another site, right? Not Trulia, or even, let's say if it was a recommendation that I have on Market Leader, but I want to add it to Trulia. Well, then what I would do is I'd copy and paste in the recommendation, say who it was written by, and then I would put in the email address. All right, for the person, choose my relationship with them. It was a client-buyer relationship, and then I'll click Request Verification. Okay, so then an email is going to go out to that author's email address. Once they verify it, then it will go public and go live on my Trulia account. So it's really easy to add recommendations, and that's just a quick little tutorial on how you can actually get more recommendations on your Market Leader website and sync over all those recommendations from Trulia and to Trulia, as well as get more leads sent over directly to your Market Leader system.